My name has been and this is Harold Day on Samani Rooster, Juvenile Rooster, aka Cockerel, and you're watching Rapids Ranch. And today we're doing baby care guide. This is not a baby. In March we'll have babies, so we might do another baby care guide type thing. I don't know, but this is Harold Day on Samani, all black and everything, even their beak, their tongue, and stuff.
He needs a bath. He's a little dirty.
Yeah, he needs a bath. He has like white snow. He has snow on him or something. I don't know.
It's probably bedding from inside.
Probably bedding. I don't know. Chickens are very dirty, especially babies. Babies will poop on you. These guys really don't poop on me. Babies will, but it's easier to catch a baby than them things. Unless you got guineas. Guineas are the fastest little birds I ever seen. So, this is the size you need with babies. Sorry, Harold. This is the size you need with babies.
For food and water.
For food and water, yeah. There's a food one with like little containers in it. And you just take this lid off, twist it off. Yeah. And then you put it upside down and you put the food and water in it, put the lid on, and right when you put it, so say this is like a bin. Before I put it in the bin, I'll go like that and then put it in. That's what I do. And then when chickens first come out of the incubator, I'm sorry I'm doing a juvenile right now because we don't really have hens.
We have hens.
No, we don't really have babies because we usually hatch them in March. End of March, early April is when they hatch.
Yeah.
So maybe then you'll see the babies.
We have lots of hens. It's just they're not laying babies right now.
Yeah, they did start laying eggs, but we
They're
don't
laying.
have babies right now. We have juveniles, and that's the lowest we're going. These are almost not juveniles. Harold has a girlfriend, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And they stay together all the time. I don't know if your AMs will do it, so I don't suggest getting one because if you're living cold, because they do not do in cold, so that's why we got a heat lamp. And so, but him and his girlfriend, Harold and his girlfriend, like to chase me around the run all the time. They'll just follow me, peck at my shoe.
They're very social.
I can just pick them up. Yeah, they're very social and nice. I love the AMs. They're very expensive. We got the guys for a deal.
We did.
Because these things can be up to $2,500 for adult. They can be worth that much. Crazy, I know. They're the world's rarest chickens. Hey, let me pet you. Good boy. Harold's very nice. And then the feeders, they look like this, but it's littler, like we just said. And then the food, you wouldn't use that food.
No.
You'll use Chick Starter. Chick Starter, you can find it for $5 to $15. Pretty cheap.
And they only eat that for like the first
6 weeks.
about 3 months.
Yeah, and
when they start getting adult feathers.
No, 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks. Don't listen to her.
6 to 9 weeks.
She's like bird. I'm the one really doing this. And so that's what you do for that. And then when they get older, you do that food, which the other video, you can find that. And then they need heat lamps. Of course, they always need heat lamp. They'll get out if it gets too hot, and then you can turn it off if it gets too hot. Turn it back on unless you want to put a thermometer in it, which we never do because it never gets too hot.
They need access to heat lamps until all of their baby down is adult feathers.
And you put the food and water on the opposite side because the water will get too hot for them, which they drink. Babies will drink a ton of water.
They also splash in it and make a big mess.
Yes, and you have to do little waters because they'll drown each other.
Yeah, you want to make sure that the water has a really small trowel because when they first come out of their egg, they don't really know how to drink.
And you have to, when you first take them out of the egg, you have to dip their beak in water so they know where the water is.
Yes, but once you teach them how to drink, you don't want them falling asleep with their head in the water trowel.
And we had one do that.
Because
we saved it. We had one do that.
It does happen, and if you're not home or you're not around the chicken coop watching them, it could end very badly. So
and I think it was the first chicken we ever had, actually, Alberta. Fat Albert. She was a hen. She was the biggest one of all time. Like the biggest chick we ever had. And she was a hen, and we called her Fat Albert, so now her name's Alberta.
Yeah.
So.
But we have had babies in the past fall asleep with their head in the water. So you want small little water trowels.
Yeah, because they're sleepy. They don't know how to walk. And usually incubator, you want to get it at 98 to 100, around there. 99 to 100, I think, is hen.
Well, you want to keep...
One of them the hen, one of them you get more rooster, one you get hen. And so, yeah, and...
Closer to 99 is hens.
And you want a brooder, so that means like a shed
Like a smaller,
Like a tote. We use totes.
without lids.
Without lids, of course, yeah, we don't do lids. We use a tote with bedding and stuff, but it's big enough where they all can run around until they get bigger, which is like 6 weeks to 2 months. 6 to 24 weeks. No, 6 to 12 weeks. 6 to 12 weeks is when you can put them outside. We put these guys out at 15 weeks because we waited till their dog feathers grew. Because some grew slower than others. But we
can show how to set up a brooder
Yeah.
when we get closer to having babies
Yeah,
at the farm.
we'll show you how to set up a brooder. It's called brooder. But the barred rocks actually are which was last year's babies. We did it before that. Last year's babies, we actually had to put them in here a little bit early, which we put the nursery in here again. We made old rabbit hutch. We cleaned it out and everything so they didn't get diseases because the rabbit died of old age. So we put the chickens in there. Put them in the coop so they can introduce them after a week or two. They were fine to go in. The babies could really care less.
Yeah, it's important to let the big ones get used to the babies
But the
before
big
you
ones
just
will
let
peck
them
the
run.
babies to show them the pecking order and whatever mount they sleep on. So if they sleep on top, that means they're top. Which more of the hens are on top of the head rooster. Don't know how. Even the barred hens somehow. That noise was a rooster getting it on with a female, trying to make babies for us this summer.
It's almost time for babies.
Yeah. This guy hopefully will start breeding with his girlfriend so we could sell the babies or keep the babies. Which we probably would sell it so we don't have no incest going on.
Yeah.
And kids, if you don't know what that is, ask your parents. Because I ain't explaining it. Okay. I'm not going to explain it to you. So, brooders, yeah. Barred rocks, we wait until they start flying out, which was like
How old are they when they start actually laying eggs?
around 6 to 8 months. It can take longer than that.
Yeah,
Some
it
chickens
takes
lay more than others a year. So it depends. Do your research still. Just do your research.
Yeah, it really depends, and it's sometimes hard to wait when you're excited, but it does take 6 to 8 months before they'll lay. And they don't lay a ton when it's cold outside.
And you can take them out of the incubator once they dry off. That's the only time you can hold them and then leave them for an hour or two, or like a whole day, without holding them. Even though I know if you're super excited to have a baby chick just hatch, just let it get used to its environment.
Yeah, it's important to let its feathers dry in the incubator before you get it out,
Yeah.
so it doesn't get
Unless
sick.
they start wrecking eggs, which we had one do that, so that we put it in. Which the bardies we didn't take out till they start flying out of the brooder, and that was about 14 weeks, because they were still little, so we just put them in here. We had to, because they were just wrecking a room, doing whatever they want.
They
and
were
I
crazy.
used to hold them, which we had actually Bampy, which was my favorite. She had a hurt leg because she was
born that way.
Yeah, and the other beat her up because when chickens are deformed, babies are the meanest with it. They'll just kill a deformed baby to get it over with, because first, in wild, a fox get them easily because they don't want one dragging them behind, and second, they don't want it to live in pain. So we took Bampy out because she wasn't in pain. We took Bampy out because we had another chicken like that wasn't in pain, that just died peacefully. Bampy, we almost had to euthanize her, but she wasn't in pain. So she died on her own. Which we gave her a stuffed animal, a friend.
But she never made it into the
Yeah.
big coop. We kept her in her own little separate area.
And if a chick is mean, or chicken's mean to other chickens, they'll kill it because they won't put up with it.
Yeah.
Because we had one pole that did that.
Yeah.
That was a horrible story. Which we put stuffed animals in with them and stuff. So that's a good.
As long as they don't have little eyeballs on them.
Yeah. Which we do have a TikTok now called Rapid Ranch Adventures. 30-something followers, so help us grow. And quite a bit of views for the first 3 videos, honestly. Not gonna lie, we're gonna be making more with the horses instead of the chickens and stuff. Well, it's with the horses, and we're gonna make some of the chickens and all the other animals. When it gets warmer, make sure you see the hognose snake video, the ball python video, because I have them, the dog video. We have like 4 dogs, so we'll show you the dog, the cat video, the pig video. We already did a duck video, which we'll just do them again, talk about other stuff. And we're getting goats soon, so stay tuned when we get goats, because we're going to film that whole thing.
And that'd be a big adventure.
And we're going to a reptile show soon, and we might have a video about that, like what animals are selling, and if I get an animal, which would be the hognose, we'll show you that hog nose. That's if we get one, if we go. We don't know. It's next week, I think. There's one like next week we might go, but I don't think so. I think we're going to the one like 1 or 2 months.
February, March.
Yeah, because I got a hog nose for Christmas. It was a certificate that said they'll buy me everything I need for the hog nose and the hog nose. And hog noses are expensive. They didn't realize that though. So, yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Baby chicks are cheaper to care for and stuff. That's the end of the video.
But all babies grow up.
Yes, they all grow up and they get more expensive. It's kind of like, sorry for not into the video. It's kind of like iguanas, savanna monitors. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up because it's appropriate. It's reptile. Snakes, like reticulated pythons, even ball python. Bigger's better with reptiles and stuff. I'm sorry, I call them reptiles, but I get off track with reptiles a lot. But people let them go in the wild because
They
it
can't
gets too
afford
big.
it.
But you get fooled because they're so cute when they're little. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got fooled with my ball python. It was so little, so I got it because I had everything set up because they were so cute. But we're still holding it, taking care of it, feeding it. We didn't let go. We're still taking care of it really good
So
right now.
just prepare for the adult size.
Yes, ball pythons get 3 to 4 feet. I'm sorry, I'm talking about hog noses get 2 to 3 feet. Luckily, it's our male, so it stays little, and that's a mating sound again. And people let it go in the wild. So if I let this guy go in the wild, it would ruin our ecosystem. Not that he would survive that soon, but snakes could and stuff until winter. It'll ruin our whole ecosystem. That's why in Florida they kill Burmese pythons and stuff because they came in from the store in ships and stuff, and they ruined their ecosystem because they're eating all the wildlife. Sorry,
right.
I got onto reptiles.
He could do like thousands of shows on reptiles.
Yes, I could have my whole a whole 3-day long movie about it, and I could just still keep on talking.
So anyway, back
Harold
to
says
chicken.
bye. He says thank you for watching this video, and please comment because we love to hear your voices.